speaking on lessons in responsibility, let's welcome William Boardman.
I remember that night. I had gotten home from a wrestling match and I was absolutely exhausted. I was 15 years old. I'd just gotten home. I was so tired, my eyes were crossed. I stumbled into the house and I started making my way towards the stairs up to my room, and I passed my mother and she said, "The cow hasn't been milked yet." I could barely see. I could hardly stand up, and I couldn't milk a cow. "Mom, I am so tired." I know she was disappointed as I slowly climbed the stairs and collapsed onto my bed. Toastmasters, friends, and guests, I would like to share with you today some lessons that I learned with my mentor, my father, in responsibility. I grew up in Utah on the West Desert, in a small town. As a matter of fact, when I was 10 years old, my dad took me into the nearby city and we went to the Social Security office so I could get a Social Security card. I remember it because I had to sign my name in cursive and it was hard. With that card in hand, we walked all the way across the parking lot to the loan agent's office. Hence the need for the card. My dad says, "You are going to buy a red and white female Holstein cow." "I am? All right." "That's right, you're going to own it. You're going to own it, and as it grows, she'll have a calf, and you will take that calf, sell it, and pay back the loan." "Okay, that's great." So we left there, and we went to the dairy where my dad works, and we picked up this 2-day-old calf. And have you seen a 2-day-old calf? They have these long, wobbly legs. They have these great, big brown eyes. They're super adorable, and their fur is so soft. You just love to touch it. And on top of this, she was red and white Holstein. Mostly they're black and white. Red and white is unusual, but it happens. But that made this calf crazy cool. So I was excited. I got home and I was instructed, this is how you mix up a bottle of milk. And so I mixed up the milk and I fed the calf. Now, my dad says, you just have to do that for 60 more days. Oh my goodness, 60 days. That's like forever for a 10-year-old. Well, after 60 days, she started to go on to alfalfa and water. Let me ask you a question. If you had a calf that was red and white, what kind of a name would you give it? Fireball? Spitfire? Cinnamon Bear? I called mine Lucy, because Lucille Ball was very popular at the time, and she was a redhead, just like my calf. So Lucy was on alfalfa, hay, and water, and she just continued to grow and grow and grow and grow. After a year, she was big enough that she could have her own calf. So arrangements were made, and 9 months later, she had a calf. My dad already had a buyer set up, so we sold the calf and paid off the loan. But Lucy just gave birth to a calf, which means Lucy was in milk production mode. And I didn't know what to do. My dad says, son, if you'll just take some food, put it out in front of her to keep her attention, and then get you a milk crate to sit on and a bucket to catch the milk in. You just reach underneath there, says, and if you will squeeze the top of the teat and with a firm, gentle pull, squeeze out the milk. Squeeze at the top and a firm, gentle pull. Squeeze at the top and a firm, gentle pull. Squeeze and pull, squeeze and pull, squeeze and pull. Very rhythmic, okay? I can get that. You just need to do that until there isn't any more milk. And then you need to do that every morning and every night, rain or shine. And there's a reason why. Because if the cow is milked often, it will continue a good production. If the cow isn't milked often, then the production will drop off. Also, a cow with a full udder is uncomfortable. And if you miss one milking, it's gonna hurt her. You understand? Yeah, I understand. So I milk the cow in the morning. I milk the cow at night. 3 years and 2 calves later, we're back to the beginning of the story. And I'm laying exhausted in my bed asleep. My dad gets home right around midnight. And he comes up the stairs. Son, you gotta get up. Son, wake up. Come on, you gotta milk the cow. I got up and I put on my shoes. I was still fully clothed. I went downstairs and I grabbed my bucket and I went out to milk the cow. Now, was I mad? Hell yes, I was mad. I was 15 years old, I was tired, and I was mad. What was I gonna do though? My dad worked very long, hard days. And even though I was asking for mercy, I don't think I could ask him to do that for me. So I went out and I milked that cow. I milked my cow. There are 6 things that I learned. 1, you borrow money, you have to pay it back. 2, responsibility is taking ownership. Number 3, responsibility is easier if you're eager for it. Number 4, responsibility sometimes requires additional training. Number 5, responsibility can make you grow. I had a handshake that was like a vice grip. And number 6, when you are dead tired and can't go on, responsibility will cause you to stretch just a little bit more. Thank you, mentor, my father, for helping me learn responsibility.